If you thought the love triangle at Cousins Beach had already broken enough hearts, think again, because The Summer I Turned Pretty came back bigger, bolder, and more emotional than ever in its third and final season, and fans are still not over it. What started as a dreamy summer romance has transformed into one of the most talked about young adult dramas on streaming, and this final chapter raises the stakes in every possible way. With major release updates, shocking story twists, and a cast that continues to light up every scene, the new season delivered exactly what fans hoped for: chaos, heartbreak, passion, and unforgettable summer nostalgia. First, let's talk about the biggest question everyone had for months. When was the new season released? The answer sent the fandom into meltdown mode. Prime Video officially launched Season 3 on July 16, 2025, dropping the first two episodes together before shifting into a weekly Wednesday release schedule, with the series finale arriving on September 17, 2025. That release strategy made the anticipation even more intense because fans weren't able to binge everything in one night. They had to sit with every cliffhanger, every emotional confrontation, and every romantic twist for weeks. And honestly, that made the experience even more powerful. What made this season even more emotional is that it wasn't just another chapter, it was promoted as the final season of the series. Prime Video's official teaser made that crystal clear, branding it as the last summer in this version of Belly's story. That alone raised the emotional temperature, because fans knew every glance, every fight, every confession could be the one that changes everything forever. And now, the story. This is where The Summer I Turned Pretty truly leveled up. According to the official season setup, the new season takes place after the end of Belly's junior year of college, which already tells you something huge. These characters are no longer just teens caught in a summer fling. They're older, more complicated, more damaged, more serious. Belly returns to Cousins believing her future is finally clear. She's with Jeremiah, and in her mind, she's with her soulmate. But as fans of this show know, peace never lasts long at Cousins Beach. Conrad's presence still lingers like a storm cloud over every happy moment, and once he returns to Belly's orbit, the entire emotional foundation begins to crack. Prime Video's own description teased that Belly's future feels set, until core-shaking events bring her first love back into her life. That one sentence perfectly captures the entire season. What seems stable is actually on the verge of collapse. If that sounds intense, it gets even bigger. This final season appears to pull heavily from Jenny Han's third book, We'll Always Have Summer, which means the love triangle reaches its most mature, painful, and high-stakes version yet. Unlike the earlier seasons, where emotions felt messy but still youthful, this season pushes the characters into life-changing territory. We're talking commitment, long-term consequences, and the terrifying realization that love alone might not be enough. Reports around the season's release also highlighted a major time jump, with cast comments indicating the series jumps forward 4 years, making the emotional shifts feel even more dramatic. These are not the same kids from Season 1. These are young adults facing choices that could define the rest of their lives. And of course, no TSITP update is complete without the cast, the beating heart of why this series works so well. Lola Tung returns as Belly Conklin, and this season asks more of her than ever before. Belly isn't just reacting anymore, she's deciding, she's choosing. She's carrying the emotional burden of 2 brothers, 2 futures, and one impossible truth. No matter what she does, someone gets hurt. Then there's Christopher Briney as Conrad Fisher, still carrying that quiet, aching intensity that made Team Conrad fans obsess over him from day one. And Gavin Casaleggio returns as Jeremiah Fisher, bringing warmth, vulnerability, and the kind of emotional openness that continues to make his side of the triangle so compelling. These 3 remain the emotional core of the series, and Season 3 leans hard into their chemistry. But the supporting cast matters too, and this season doesn't forget that. Fan favorites like Sean Kaufman as Steven and Rain Spencer as Taylor continue to bring their own tension and emotional weight, while the wider Cousins family world still feels alive with memory, grief, and unresolved history. Season 3 also introduced new faces, including Zoe de Grand Maison as Agnes, giving the final season fresh energy and new emotional complications just when fans thought they knew where the story was going. That's part of what made this season feel richer than just a standard final chapter. It expanded the world while still focusing on the central heartbreak. And here's the twist that keeps the fandom talking even after the finale. The story isn't actually over. Yes, Season 3 was the final season of the TV series, but on the very day the finale aired, it was confirmed that The Summer I Turned Pretty will continue with a feature film. That means Belly's journey still has one more major chapter left. Even more exciting, Jenny Han is set to return to write and direct the movie, making it clear this isn't just a spin-off cash grab, it's being treated as the true final conclusion to Belly's emotional arc. Recent reporting in March 2026 also says the movie is still in development, with cast members like Gavin Casalegno revealing they haven't even received a script yet, so fans may need patience. There's no official movie release date yet, and at this point, 2027 looks more likely than 2026. That's what makes the new season so special in hindsight. It wasn't just a continuation. It was the explosive ending of one era and the setup for one last emotional goodbye. The series gave fans the summer they wanted: romance, tears, betrayal, longing, and impossible choices. But it also left the door open for one final resolution that could redefine everything we think we know about Belly's story. So if you're asking whether The Summer I Turned Pretty's new season was worth the hype, the answer is simple: absolutely yes. It gave us the final season release fans waited for, a more mature and emotionally intense storyline, a cast still firing on all cylinders, and a surprise movie continuation that ensures the obsession isn't ending anytime soon. Cousins Beach may never feel the same again, but that's exactly why fans can't stop watching.